Sequences enable you to send personalized messages at scale. So here's how to create a sequence. We're here in the Mixmax web app on the Sequences page, and I'm going to click the New Sequence button here in the top left. As a best practice, I recommend putting the day's date into the sequence title. So there's my sequence title there. You want to choose your recipients. So I could import a list from Salesforce. Here I have all of my lists in Salesforce. I can pull in all those contacts or leads. Or I can upload a CSV. So I'll do that. Just choose a CSV from my computer. And notice that I've just pulled in all this information. So I've got all these different columns, and each has a header, and that's going to be important actually in our next step. But first I want to show you that you can also edit each of those cells. So next I'm going to go through and edit the stages of my sequence, really create that message. So for stage 1, I want to start out by saying hi first name, and that corresponds to that column in my CSV. I can also put that variable into the subject field. So for company, then I just start writing my content here. I can add any of the enhancements that you've seen at Mixmax. You can put in templates. You can put in any of these enhancements here. I'm going to choose my calendar link. So I'm going to ask someone to pick a time on my Mixmax calendar here. Add another stage. Choose the criteria for sending the follow-up message. I want to send it in 3 weekdays. If they don't reply, hi first name, adding my content here. I'll add another stage here. And I want to point out here that I can choose to send this as a reply or as a totally new message. So when this was a reply, it was, perfect for company, or I can set it as a new message. And again, as another best practice to share here, we have customers who are sending sequences with 5, 6, 7 stages, and that's working very, very well for them. So I want to encourage you to send sequences with many stages. I want to bring your attention over here to the left-hand side here, which is where you can go to personalize particular stages for particular individuals. So I'll click Hugo over here, and I want to add a special sentence here. I want to say, great to see you at the meetup, just to further personalize this and to show you that you can do that for each of the stages, for each of the people in the sequence. Once you've set up the content for your sequence, you can go ahead and activate. So here I'll activate recipients, go ahead and send that. And as this is sending, I'll just walk you through the reports page and the information you get about this sequence. So you'll know the open rate, you'll also know the click-through rate, the download rate, and reply rate for each of your sequences. And this gives you really great information to use as you're modifying and A/B testing the content and the subject lines of your sequences. Now, you saw me add a whole group of recipients using a CSV, but I want to show you another way that you can add recipients. So I'm going to go over here into Gmail. So here I am in Gmail. I'm going to send this email to Jabari. Put him in the to field here, and then insert a sequence from this insert menu over here. So I'm going to choose my sequence. That's that growth sequence that I put together, and it's asking me for Jabari's company. So I'll put Mixmax in here. I'll confirm this, and now I've added this sequence. You can see the stage 1 of the sequence is the message that I'm composing right here, and then you'll see the follow-up stages that Jabari is going to receive on these particular dates if he doesn't reply. And I can go ahead and I can edit this particular sequence stage for him and make any of these changes if I wanted to, customize. Here we can save that. So this is another way that we can add a person to a sequence. Great for responding to an inbound lead, and I'm sure you can think of dozens of other ways where it's really helpful to put someone on a drip campaign. So I also should point out that anyone you add in this way from Gmail is also going to be included in those analytics that we saw over in the sequences section of the web app. So that's just a quick overview of sequences.